Instagram. And now I'm in a shirt, it's a shirtless jam, oh yeah. Why not? This is Why Not, a show where I drink wine with my friends and talk music so that I can become the most cultured aunt on earth. This is my friend, roommate, and fellow aunt, Avery, and she is here today to talk to me about Panic at the Disco. Whatever you feel is important for me to know, for the audience to know about this band, give me an introduction, and you have to do it in under a minute. Are you ready?
Oh fuck, okay.
Go.
Okay, so you guys don't even understand how much this band is important to me. Basically, Panic at the Disco is an amalgamation of pop, punk, rock, weird, kind of cringe sometimes bullshit, but to me it is like just the best thing ever. I don't know, it's like they have crazy lore that I'm really excited to get into, but I'm gonna be focusing on one particular album from them, which is this weird amalgamation of like weird Baroque kind of pop punk rock kind of stuff that is just crazy. Like, I don't know.
Okay. My sort of plan for this show was that I ask album after top 10, but I feel like in your case, I'm just gonna go ahead and get that over with. Okay. I'm making an assumption here that Fever You Can't Sweat Out is your favorite Panic at the Disco album.
Yes. So I kind of talked about this a little bit earlier with you about how for some reason I kind of find myself enjoying debut albums the most, and Panic at the Disco follows that same trend. I'll start with like a little bit of my backstory with how I like discovered this album and this band. I was a gay kid. I fell into the like Fall Out Boy, 21 Pilots, Panic at the Disco, that sort of group. But I found Panic first. I want to say that I found them through my really good friend at the time. This was probably middle school, probably 11 or 12. I was like really young. Of course, I had heard I Write Sins Not Tragedies. It's a white person anthem, I would say.
This is true.
I remember I really liked that song. And at the time, it was like 2016 and their album Death of a Bachelor came out. So like I discovered them long after this because, you know, this album came out in 2005.
Yeah, so you were like a year and a half years old, perhaps.
You know. So I started listening to them more because of that album. And then through that, I started listening to the actual album all the way through. And I was like, what is this? This is cool. This is weird.
You and your weird middle school phase.
I don't know.
Really,
that's what I fucked with, and I still do. It just felt so different than anything I'd ever listened to before. It felt so innovative, and going back to the debut album sort of thing, there wasn't really like a expectation for it. Like I feel like with this album in particular, they took a lot of creative liberties. They just like wanted to come out with a punch, like something that was different.
We were talking about how debut albums often have that sense of rawness and realness to them because artists don't have any kind of like established musicality or sound yet. So I feel like a lot of the time they end up making albums as their debut album that feel very true to themselves and that have a lot of like character and originality and stuff because there's not that pressure on them yet.
Yeah.
And I feel that same way. There's a lot of debut albums by artists I like that absolute favorites of mine. I don't think any other album they'll ever make will like top it for me. Yeah. We belong
I need
together.
this by me, I think.
I can't believe you sent that Bob Dylan ass basement. Bob Dylan trapped in the basement ass.
We belong together.
All of your top 10 are from this album. But
yep.
With that said, there are more than 10 songs on this album, so what influenced your decision in choosing the 10 that you did? Was it difficult for you? Were there ones that you wanted to include that you couldn't?
So I kind of came in to this thing knowing that I was going to focus on this album just because of the role that it's played in my life, and I think it's their best. Shout out Ryan Ross, I love you, who like wrote pretty much all of the album. So I intentionally left off 3 songs, which are Introduction, Intermission, and I Write Sins.
I was gonna say, you didn't include I Write Sins.
I didn't include I Write Sins, which I know is crazy, but it's not my favorite. I think it is my least favorite, like song, because introduction and intermission are
not actual.
they're not actual like songs. It's just one of those songs that I'm like, I've heard this so many times that
I just want to talk about the other ones.
I want to talk about other things.
Yeah. Okay, before we get into the top 10, I like to share my overall thoughts. I have obviously heard some of these songs before from you or just from the world. I feel like this album is fairly well known, but a lot of them were new to me, or at least I hadn't heard them very many times. So my thoughts listening through, very theatrical, which I think that's kind of the,
Yep.
at least I'm assuming
Yeah.
that's sort of the theme of the album. I mean,
Yes.
it literally has like an intro and an intermission and all of that. It feels like a production, you know? A little show tune-esque at times. Also very emo, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like they're an emo band and it's just, you know, even just the way that Brendan Urie sings is like,
Yeah,
you know?
he's up there.
He's got that, he's got that voice.
register.
I don't mean this in a negative way, but it was pretty much exactly what I was expecting out of these songs.
Yeah.
Something I found interesting was that there's like a strange use of like some electronic sounds like sonically throughout this album, which I feel like is almost a hallmark of that kind of mid 2000s pop punk sound, which is like using this heavy drum beat, using these guitars, but then also having this like weird techno element to it. I feel like this album coming out 2005, I'm even thinking like the first Paramore album was 2005. Like I feel like this was probably very influential to that sound with pop punk afterwards. I'm even thinking to like 5 Seconds of Summer or something in like 2014, where it's like that sound I feel like carried over. And yeah, I feel like this album is very of its time. This sound I feel like is so 2005. Like I don't think that this could have been made at any other point. You know what I mean?
Quintessential.
It is quintessential like mid 2000s. Yeah. I think it's interesting when you get music that feels like a time capsule. You know, sometimes music is timeless, but sometimes music is like you listen to it and you're like, oh, I'm being transported.
It's timeless for me.
Yeah, it's timeless for you, but it's also like it just is so indicative of that particular period in time, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I can listen to some music from this time and just kind of feel a vibe, but like this one, it's like, oh, I am a teenager in 2005 and I'm angry at the world.
I have like a crazy amount of like gel in my hair. It's like spiky and slick.
I have a side bang that's like really atrocious. Let's get into your number one. Build God, then we'll talk.
On the line, corner of 4th and 3.
Which the names on this album.
Yes.
A little ridiculous, but that's okay. This one is not the worst.
Yeah, no, there are far
of the ones I had to write down physically into this notebook. That was not the worst of them. So this one, very show tune to me. I love the way that he pronounces caricature.
Caricature.
Yeah, it's such a weird way to like use that word in a song. Also, why did this kind of remind me of the Veronica song from Heathers?
Wait.
Okay, so tell me about the song. What does it mean to you?
Yes, I chose this song as my number one, which I didn't really get into this when that question was brought up, but it was really hard for me to choose
the order. It's 1 through 10 of your favorite songs by this band.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like, they're all good. They're just, you know.
Yeah, I think it was harder for me to choose the songs I like the least. But I feel like number one was kind of between the top two that I picked, but I ended up choosing this one because I find that the kind of story that this song tells very compelling. It talks about cheating, it talks about lying, deceit. There's a lot of lying as a general theme throughout this album. Is a scene in a motel between a cheating lawyer and a virgin who's actually a prostitute. I just love how descriptive it is. Really gross motel, like you don't, this is not somewhere that people like want to be, you know. Any Catholic would cross themselves upon entering because it's so bad. And so it talks about this cheating lawyer, his wife, the prostitute, and then the cop who like finds out about this situation. It just sets the scene. Like I can envision what this place looks like, what it smells like. There's also the details of like the lawyer is supposed to be giving her a job on the at the firm come Monday. Like there's this whole like dynamic that's described between them that that I think is really cool. I feel like there's such a specific cadence that Brendan has throughout all of these songs that it's just so like da 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 da, like that. It has that sort of rhythm to it. I like the part where it references The Sound of Music, which I thought you would like. Kind of more gross, macabre version of it. Which
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
favorite
was
things, but
really
if
cool.
it was
like
nasty.
I love this song.
Yeah.
I love it.
You talk about sort of the descriptive storytelling nature of the song. Like, is each song on this album meant to tell a completely different story, or are they supposed to be like connected in some way?
Some of them are connected. Ryan wrote this album based off a lot of his own experiences. One of them being cheated on, which is, recurring theme in this. To go back to your question, it's a mix of both. Like, some are specifically linked together, whether it's through like a transition in the music or kind of theme, but there are some that are individual stories, and I think this is one of them. Also, a lot of songs on this album are based off of literature, especially by this one author, Chuck Palahniuk, who is the author of Fight Club. Yeah, so it's a mix of both.
Well, I feel like that's why like the songs feel so show tuney, because they're all trying to like tell a story of some kind. They do tell a story. I mean, every song tells a story of some kind.
Yeah.
This
sets a scene.
Yeah, this one really sets a
For sure.
scene, and I feel like the reason they sound show tuney is because they have like that descriptive nature.
There's a narrator. There's always a narrator.
Yeah, it's not coming from a place of most songs where it's, oh, this is something that happened to me.
Yeah.
It's more of a like, this is a scene that's happening, let me explain it to you.
It feels very like Shakespearean to
Yeah.
me. It's like,
It is in a way.
we lay our scene, two foes, like that feels like there's a character explaining the story.
Yeah, it's like an
how
aside. Number 2. Lying is the most fun a girl can have without taking her clothes off.
Let's get these T-hearts beating faster, faster. Don't just stop.
Facts.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
this one, the main thing that stands out to me is that it has such an infectious chorus.
These teen hearts beating.
Yeah.
Also, y'all are gonna have to put up with me singing throughout this whole episode because I can't. I can't listen to this and not.
Again, we're bringing in that like weird mid-2000s technological sound. It sounds like they're like playing like Dance Dance Revolution at the end of this. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It was so hard between this one and Build God, Then We'll Talk for number 1. I love this song. I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy, but also I understand. Like, this is a song that I'm like, I get this. I get this feeling. So going back to that story kind of theme, this one does come from a personal place. So basically, Ryan Ross had a pretty long-term relationship when he was a teenager, and he got cheated on. So that's what this song is about. The title, Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have Without Taking Her Clothes Off, comes from a movie called Closer with Natalie Portman, I think. It's a line in the movie. The actual line is, lying is the most fun a girl can have without taking her clothes off, but it's better if you do, which is another song in this album. That movie is about, like, I think it's like 3 people who are constantly lying, cheating, like doing terrible things to each other. So it references that movie, but I feel like what this song does, there's a lot of songs that talk about being cheated on or like a relationship ending in a kind of like morose way. He's fucking angry. Is it still me that makes you sweat? Am I who you think about in bed? When the lights are dim and your hands are shaking as you're sliding off your dress. Think of what you did and how I hope to God it was worth it. I'm telling you, I don't know what the fuck was like in his, I don't know, cereal or whatever he was eating as a teenager.
Right.
But
Wait, he wrote that as a teenager?
yes, he wrote that when he was,
Wait, they were still teenagers when this was
yes,
written?
their first tour, I think they were like 18, 19, and they wrote like this before. This requires a little bit of backstory. They're from Las Vegas.
That makes so
Yeah.
much sense.
Yeah.
I did not know that, but that makes...
Mormon City. Brendan, I know.
Wait, they're
Brendan Urie
people
is
in
a Mormon.
Vegas are
Was.
Mormon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Girl, how are you gonna live in Vegas and be Mormon?
They're from Las Vegas. They meet in high school. Brendan comes later. So it's Ryan and I think, I don't know, another band member who meets first. They become a group. They need a singer because Ryan is, kind of shy. He doesn't really feel comfortable like singing in front of people, like all that stuff. Then comes Brendan, who is a very extroverted, very loud, very kind of expressive personality. And he also has a good voice. At the time, Ryan was a big fan of Fall Out Boy. These pop punky, like punchy kind of bands at the time that were coming out around this time, 2003, 2004. But Ryan is also a big fan of really dark stuff, like the literature that he reads, the movies he watches, because I don't know this 100%, but I think he had a pretty tough home life, especially with the relationship with his dad, which is another topic in other songs on this album. He mixes the two, especially in the lyrics that he writes. Of course, the forefront is this like very pop, punky sound, but the lyrics that he writes are like, this is based on like literature. He's a really good writer. Like, I'm sure in his English classes he was like straight A's, you know? Again, with the descriptive nature of literally all of these songs is so impressive to me. Like being 15, 16, 17, writing this shit. What do you mean? So anyways, he's describing like, okay, I hope to God it was worth it. I've got more wit, a better kiss, a hotter touch, a better fuck than any boy you'll ever meet. Sweetie, you had me. Again, with that kind of anger of being like, you could have had me. But I still feel like there's a sense of like, that sick feeling that you get of like, oh, they want someone else. That's underneath this persona that this song kind of has. He feels like he's the better choice, but he wants to know if she feels like it was worth sacrificing that relationship. He's not actually talking, he's not talking to her in person. This is going on in his head. And I've been there. I've been like, you could have had me! And then going through these phases of like, oh, but they didn't. They didn't want that. But also, they're fucked up for not doing that. And they're a coward. And they couldn't say it to my face that they don't want to be with me anymore. They had to go and, you know, sleep with someone else and lie about it. And he goes into the chorus of like, or the pre-chorus that's, let's get these teen hearts beating faster, faster, which is obviously a reference to sex. There's a kind of like desperation that Brendan has in his voice, which another thing, I feel like the relationship between Brendan and Ryan is so interesting. Brendan coming in and singing a song that happened to another person. How did that dynamic like,
yeah, I feel like that would be kind of difficult.
It has to be hard.
I always think about that in terms of like, honestly, any band, anyone that's not a solo artist, like I always think about how weird that must be sometimes to like write songs together.
Yeah.
Even if you're telling like very personal stories. 'Cause I always find kind of interesting, like how do you, as a singer, always portray those feelings and those thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like he does it really well though.
Yeah, I feel like it is done.
In this song.
It is done fairly well. Well, he just got that whiny emo voice.
Also, yeah.
Which kind of works. It kind of works.
It works for a song that's like, has a bit of anger, has a lot of emotion in it. And this one definitely does. I like that this kind of has a taunting nature to it. I love the line, I hope you didn't expect to get all of the attention. Now let's not get selfish. Did you really think I'd let you kill this chorus? that's awesome.
Diva.
But also the chorus is kind of asking the audience to dance, which I find really interesting. I don't know quite what that means. Like in this kind of setting of infidelity. And
I did have that thought of like, it's weird that they're kind of goes back and forth of like, oh, this is a song, get up and dance, listen to my directions, and then it's like also telling this like crazy.
That happens so much. Like breaking the fourth wall. I feel like they do that so much.
Again, it feels like participatory theater.
Yes.
Number 3, we have But It's Better If You Do.
Forgetting you in a cabaret somewhere downtown.
I have written down Baby's First Strip Club.
Yes! That's literally what it is.
There's a line that he says something like, I'm doing what you would like me to do or something, and I said, like who? Like who is that person, who is you supposed to be? Like, is that supposed to be like a comment on toxicity in like male spaces, or is that supposed to be directed at like a woman in this person? Like I couldn't tell like who that person was supposed to be.
Yeah, I want to hear your take on this first.
There's also a line where he's like something about faking it, and that also confused me because I was like, if in this story we're talking about a guy going to a strip club. What is he faking? Oh, and then also I thought it was cool that at the end of this one, which I looked on the album, this song comes before I Write Sins, not tragedies.
Baby, it transitions.
It transitions.
Oh.
I love when an album does that.
The fucking
I love
cello.
when an album does that. Ooh. That is like one of my favorite things ever is when the order of an album actually matters.
Yes.
Like when listening through an album.
Me too. When it transitions, I'm like, yes!
I love and
it makes me literally ascend.
I love like any kind of good transition between songs or like just like the mood even sometimes when it just transitions well. All right, tell me about this.
Okay, so, but it's better if you do, which this is what I talked about earlier, the other half.
Second half of the quote.
This song is so cabaret, like, I mean, it's supposed to be set in a strip club. The narrator, again, there's a narrator in this story, is at a strip club, but he wishes he doesn't have to be. My understanding of this song and like my take on it is he goes to this strip club, but he's still in a relationship, but he's not fulfilled by it. And so he's seeking it out in different places. He wouldn't be caught dead here. Like he doesn't
want to be there.
He doesn't want to be known as this person, but he kind of feels like maybe it's a last resort, which is fucking stupid. Like maybe have a conversation.
Well, that's why I like the line about faking it. I was like, so you don't want to be here, you're faking it, which I'm again not sure what that's referring to.
Yeah.
So it's like what there's like a sort of desperation there that's interesting.
I don't really know what he means. I may have faked it. Yeah, I really don't know. That line is kind of
it's interesting. I don't know that I need to know what it means necessarily, but it is interesting to me because I feel like when you're talking about faking it in a situation like that, that's usually coming from the female perspective.
Yes.
So the idea of faking it when you're a guy in a strip club.
You can't really.
What are you faking?
Yeah. It might be a reference to like their sex life. Like,
maybe that's true.
That they have is like. Yeah. He's not really feeling it. He feels like he's kind of stuck. He doesn't know which, way to go.
Men are so stupid.
Yeah. I love the music video for this song.
Is this the like really 1920s like Party City one?
Brendan plays like the main character. He goes to this strip club, lies to his wife about where he's going, and then the main stripper who like hangs out with him is his wife. So they're both
you showed me this before.
Come on.
It's good.
That is like top tier cinema. What do you mean?
That is good.
I was thinking he's trying to make someone jealous in that relationship of like, he wouldn't be caught dead here, but he kind of wants to be. Like that sort of thing of like, but I don't know. This is a kind of weird dynamic that I'm like, I don't have a conversation. Like, I don't know. Things could be better. You don't have to be doing this, baby. Like, also, it sets up another scene again. I'm of consenting age to be forgetting you in a cabaret somewhere downtown where a burlesque queen may even ask my name.
Yeah.
As she sheds her skin on stage, I'm seated and sweating to a dance song of the club's PA. The strip joint veteran sits two away, smirking between dignified sips of his dignified peach and lime daiquiri. That's so good. It's so good.
Well, it's even like more interesting to me now knowing that they're from Las Vegas, because it's like this is very much an experience that they probably had. You can go to a strip club. There's one probably every 5 steps.
I'm sure that they were going to these. But also, that's another thing is like most people don't want to be there. I think a big thing is loneliness. Yeah. Even if they are in a relationship, they still go to these kind of icky places because they can get what they want or what they think they want. It's a caricature of intimacy.
Number 4, we got Time to Dance, which thank you for having one normal, short, somewhat understandable song title.
Have some composure, where is your posture? Oh no!
I just have written down shotgun wedding with like 4 exclamation marks. That part is silly and makes me laugh. Also, I liked the line, "Come on, this is screaming photo op." I was like, this is from 2005. We were satirizing that all the way back then. Photo op.
This is screaming photo op.
Sometimes when I hear older music, which like 2005, not that long ago, but also it is. 21 years at this point. I'm almost like, this feels anachronistic. But then I'm like, it's not anachronistic. This is from that time period. That's like one of those moments where I was like, why are we talking about photo ops? It's 2005. We're not, like, no one has Instagram yet.
I'll tell you why.
All right, tell me about this.
The immediate thing I think of is the intro where just boom comes in. the drums. I focus a lot on the music in this song.
This one speaks to you sonically a bit more
yes.
than anything else.
But also the lyrics in this song is crazy. So when I talked about a lot of their music referencing literature, this song is directly following the characters in the storyline of a book called Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk, which is about a fashion model who gets shot. This is a dark story. She gets shot and is left disfigured. She befriends and finds guidance from a trans woman who basically goes along and like teaches her how to reinvent herself, but through crime. But there's a lot of twists in it. It's a very unpredictable story. Multiple characters get shot. One of the characters goes on like a crazy shooting spree at her wedding.
Oh, shotgun wedding.
Yeah. A model thing is a really, like something that's really prevalent. And I didn't even notice this, but in the book, I haven't read the book, but from what I know, it kind of it jumps around a lot. So the beginning is literally one of the characters like getting shot. And the song starts with that. It's like, she's not bleeding on the ballroom floor just for the attention, because that's just ridiculously odd. It has this crazy thing that throws you into it, and then it gives you the backstory. She's a fashion model. Fashion magazines lie the walls now. Have some composure, where's your posture? That's something you would say to a model. Pulling the trigger all wrong. One of the characters accidentally shoots someone else.
I was gonna say this song, like I didn't really know what to make of this one because it did feel like it kind of just jumped all over the place. But if it follows like a book in a with a weird plot, that makes sense.
Yes, I like the lines, give me envy, give me malice, give me your attention. Those are direct quotes from the book. The model's being taken pictures of, and they're saying like, Flash, give me malice. Flash, give me envy. I think this song is a kind of commentary on people kind of doing stuff for notoriety or fame, but they see right through it. Like this narrator sees through this. And I also love this part, boys will be boys hiding in estrogen and wearing aubergine dreams. That references one of the characters who's trans, and wearing aubergine dreams, which in the book is the eyeshadow color, the name of the eyeshadow color that the character wears.
That's so interesting that this entire song is, because the entire time I was like, what the hell does any of this mean?
Yeah, these teenage boys were so pretentious, fully took this kind of really dark, like literature and turned it into a pop punk song.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's so interesting looking deeper into the lyrics of it all, because I think it hooks you in with the catchy beats and the tune of it. Then going deeper into it, it's like, oh shit, something is different here. This isn't your typical teenage dirtbag, which like great song, but there's a depth to it that I think other emo songs, with the exception of some, obviously. Okay, there's something else to be said.
Early 5 songs, like all of that music is just I like a girl and she's older than me and she's bad. That.
Also, this being a debut album.
Yeah. And then writing it as teenagers, like it is impressive. But I feel like that's like such a testament to how much depth you can have in your art if you just have a bit of like good inspiration. You know what I mean? Like having that like basis of like literature, these movies, that can create some really good.
Oh yeah. No, and their budget, shit.
Non-existent?
Nothing. They had children play the like cello and like classical instruments.
Like they just like got
they
Jeff
hired
from
like
the local high school. That's awesome.
So I didn't mention this, but in their kind of origin, Ryan Ross, he was in a Fall Out Boy like fan page, and he started posting demos and stuff to that page. Live Journal, I think, was the actual website. Pete Wentz of Fall Out Boy found them and signed them to their label. Yeah.
Oh.
Before this was released. So they had a little bit of a following already before they even released this album. But yeah, like to be picked up by one of your favorite bands.
Wait, why is that actually 5 Sauce? Why is Panic at the Disco 5 Seconds of Summer? What's going on?
Also, they remained friends for a long time. Like, Fall Out Boy and Panic were like really close. They like, you know, Fall Out Boy helped Panic a lot throughout the early years.
Aren't they part of the emo
They're the Holy Trinity, guys.
Yeah, the Holy Trinity.
Hey,
isn't it
flash
Panic?
a photo of me at like 12 years old right now. Emo Trinity was Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco.
Yeah. Number 5. Only difference between martyrdom and suicide is press coverage.
Swear to shake it up if you swear to listen, we're still so young.
Yep.
Crazy name.
Yeah.
It's like that's the thing, these names, they feel really pretentious because it's like, them being pretentious doesn't change the fact that they are like eye-catching. Like you read them and you're like, that's ridiculous,
okay,
what is this song about? I wrote down, gets a little silly and techno for a moment. I feel like there's like a moment in the middle of this one that's just like weirdly like, it diverges for a minute there.
God, I love this song. I love this album so much. So this is the first song that, like the first song on the album. Immediately it hits you with like it's, I don't know, it just really throws you into the scene. Again, it's that narrator kind of asking the audience to do something. This may call for a proper introduction. This is like them introducing themselves to the world. Like, I'm the narrator, this is the prologue. Swear to shake it up if you swear to listen, we're still so young and desperate for attention. They're basically promising to the audience, we're fans of this kind of music, this pop punky sort of thing, but we want to do something different. We swear to shake it up if you swear to listen. If we'll promise this to you, if you promise this to us. It's like a exchange almost, but we're still so young, we're desperate for attention, but I aim to be trophy boys, trophy wives. I don't really know what that means, but.
Trophy boys, trophy wives. That's
Yeah, oh yeah. The song is about pressures of being a young band, making pretty quick success, but also wanting to kind of make a name for themselves.
This is sort of their mission statement.
Yes, yes, 100%.
Number 6, I liked this one.
You liked it?
Yeah, I don't know, just something about it. It's called London Beckoned Songs About Money Written by Machines.
It's time for us to take a chance. It's time for.
First of all, AI question mark? Did y'all have, like, did they predict it? Or?
I think they did, actually.
There's the line, make us it, make us hip, make us seen, or shrug us off your shoulders, don't approve a single word we wrote. To me, this song is Panic at the Disco's version of You Need Me, I Don't Need You.
Yes,
It kind of is. Because it's them saying, we're gonna write what we write. We have this vision, we have this sound. You know, it's almost like this self-assuredness of like, we know we have this creative vision and this talent. Like, we don't need these management people or these upper level people to tell us what we can and can't write. I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah, no, that's
I love that kind of attitude, especially on a debut album.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. That is to a T, like what this song is. Fuck y'all, we're gonna do what we want. They want to make a good impression on the people who actually give a fuck about them. I like the part where it's like, just for the record, the weather today. That's also a reference to a novel by Chuck Palahniuk. Again, it's called Diary, which has a recurring motif of talking about the weather to describe emotions, like from one of the characters. That part specifically with the piano, the very 20s sounding piano, very cabaret.
I noticed that in other songs
Yes,
too,
that hints at what's to come later, because I think this song, unlike side A, the thing about this album is side A is very electronic heavy, and then side B is very old-timey cabaret. So I feel like this kind of hints at the transition that it makes later.
Number 7, Camisado.
This is the center that's getting on the linoleum floor. This is the.
Sorry. Sorry.
My thoughts were once again, like we've been saying, setting the scene really well, but in a way that I did not enjoy because I was really hating the hospital imagery a lot. It kind of did too good of a job. My main thought with this was like, did somebody in this band experience addiction? Does come from an autobiographical place? Because especially with you saying like they were teenagers when they wrote this.
Camisado is about Ryan Ross's father. I was looking this up later because I was really curious. So a camisado is a military technique where there's an ambush at nighttime or an early morning when the person is asleep. So I'm like, okay, what's the connection with this song? My understanding of like what that word means in relation to this song is Ryan kind of feeling like a constant, like kind of being ambushed by maybe something happens with his family that, you know, he has to get up for, which like I've experienced that where it's like I'll be kind of shocked awake, feeling kind of ambushed out of my safety of my sleep. Ryan's dad struggled with alcoholism and was like pretty frequently in the hospital.
I'm learning so many new words from this.
Yeah.
I learned a new word.
Their vocab.
I learned a new word in one of the other songs too. I'll tell you about it later.
What?
I'll tell you about it later.
Their vocab? Crazy.
So chemist audio, the idea that these experiences in your life, it feels like you're being awoken out of your sleep and ambushed.
Yeah.
Not by the military, but by your own family.
Yeah. Hey.
Dab me up for that one.
Hey. Ooh, okay. Starts off really soft. Me, I, and your husband. This was no accident. This was a therapeutic chain of events. And then it goes. And then it stays with that sit back, relax. It stays with that kind of like, I don't know what timing signature that is, but it's like the pa.
Yeah, I need to learn more music theory for this.
I know. The thing that they do in their music a lot is they switch up so often. Whether it is their like time signature, the cadence of it, or like there's they break it up into like very specific sections, but they often repeat it as well. That to me is very symbolic of this relationship. This semblance of normalcy, of like getting a time where maybe the person's getting sober, or they're sober for a little bit, but then you're right back into it.
Getting dragged back into the cycle.
Yes, like I honestly resonate a lot with Ryan in this experience, not so much with the like alcoholism part, because I don't have that experience in my life, but the cycle hope that they're getting better, or things are changing, things are different, you're getting treated better, that sort of thing, and then something happens and you're just like thrown right back into it. And this was no accident. This was a therapeutic chain of events. This is something that keeps happening, like in his life.
Therapeutic chain.
It's not so pleasant. It's not so conventional. It sure as hell ain't normal, but we deal. That line hits me so hard. It's not normal to have so many trips to the hospital, but he learns to deal with it. He acknowledges it's not normal, but he's not numb to it. The line where he says, the anesthetic never set in. And I'm wondering where the apathy and urgency is that I thought I phoned in. He's not numb to it. This does affect him. Sit back, relax, relapse, is what he says.
Yeah.
So it's a constant cycle of this stuff happening. Can't take the kid from the fight, take the fight from the kid. I think the kid is supposed to be his dad. Even though you can take away the alcohol, he's still gonna do it again.
Do you also think he's like calling him a kid? Because like, I don't want to call addiction childish or something like that, but it's like he's acting like a child and he has to be the adult. Like,
absolutely. I think that it does reference that relationship of like, you being a parent. Your regular decorated emergency, the bruises and contusions will remind me what you did when you wake. This is an abusive relationship too.
Poor Ryan Ross.
I know.
Numero ocho. Nails for breakfast, tacks for snacks.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth, because your speech.
I don't know why, but for some reason I really liked the drums on this one.
It's the offbeat. It's a
I liked that. Also, like, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like some weird like bass, but there was this weird like squishy noise. It was during like one of the choruses or a pre-chorus or something. This weird like bass squishy. You know how like when we're listening to BC Boys? Yes, we described the like brown note or whatever. That's what it sounds like. It's like wobbly noise. This song, low-key anti-pharmaceutical anthem, which I see you Panic at the Disco.
We saw Luigi Mangione at Chick-fil-A today.
No, we didn't, bro. That was not Luigi. He did not. He had the same eyebrows and the same hair. That's about it.
Why was I talking about how sexy people thought Luigi Mangione is in my class?
Because he is sexy and it was a topic of discussion.
Yeah, it's philosophical. I wrote down auto-tune. when you were talking about if some songs relate to each other, this one and Kamasada.
Yeah, they feel very connected, yeah.
Very heavily. So this is again, I think, talking about his dad. Your speech is slurred. You just might swallow your tongue. Sure, you would want to give up the ghost with just a little more poise than that. I find that line interesting because I think he's talking about death. I feel like Ryan thinks his dad is gonna die.
Well, if he's in and out of the hospital all the time, probably that's a concern.
Don't you want to die with a little more dignity? Like, I feel like that's what that line is. Or was it God who chokes in these situations? I think he has almost died. Probably. Also, hospice. Hospice is for people who are dying.
Yeah.
The hospice is a relaxing weekend getaway where you're a cut above all the rest. Sick and sad patients on first name basis with all the top physicians. Also, I feel like there's a lot of contradiction in this song. Prescribed pills to offset the shakes, to offset the pills. Like, not getting to the root of the actual problem. That's not helping that what's really the problem. It's honestly making it worse. I wrote down dependence on medication, which I thought was another theme in this. The phrase of take it a day at a time. That is, take the pills. Yeah, take the pills.
Guys, where am I Thursday at?
I literally felt like Cillian Murphy in
Guys.
No. In when the music playing. In Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
That's me analyzing this fucking album. Like, oh, take it a day at a time is something that's like repeatedly said to like someone who's like,
take it a day at a time.
Take it a day at a time.
And take it a day at a time.
Girl, no, it's not gonna fucking work.
It's good.
With the way you've been talking, every word gets you a step closer to hell.
Oh.
He's saying stuff that's mean.
He's a mean drunk, he's a violent drunk, he's an addict, he sucks.
Yeah. And he keeps repeating, the part that is, I am alone in this bed, house, and head.
Ooh.
He feels alone. He's isolated. And she never fixes this, but at least she blank. She doesn't fix it. He can't even come up with something.
So do we think that she is the like mom in this situation?
I don't know if it's like it's some like that relationship, like another really sad one.
Yeah. Number 9, there's a good reason this one's so fucking
There's a good reason
Why is this song named so long? There's a good reason these tables are numbered, honey. You just haven't thought of it yet.
Please leave all overcoats, canes, and top hats.
Oh, so I'm at the 1920s burlesque show.
Yep.
This one has that like crazy 20s.
Please leave all overcoats, canes, and
this one felt even more show tune than the rest of them, which like how is that even possible? I have the piano, the like little like it's so 20s, and like old like timey. The line, I'm a diva.
I have that written down too. It's my favorite one.
I'm a diva. I'm a diva. I'm a diva.
I'm a diva. Yeah.
Right, and that's good, and I think I agree with that. Calling yourself the new Cancer, emo as hell. That feels like something that like Matty Healy would write, and like he would.
I'm the new Cancer.
Yeah, and he would like be so serious about it, and like it would be really cringe.
He would believe it too.
But I would eat it up though. Oh. This is the other one that I learned a new word.
Does she know the new word?
Surreptitious?
Oh, surreptitious, yeah.
Surreptitious.
Yeah.
I was listening to the song, I was like, I've never fucking heard that word before. It means keep secret, especially because it would not be approved of. Yeah. I feel like I'm a girl with a fairly big vocab. It is honestly very rare that I'm listening to a song and learn a new word. It's very 20s, it's very show tune, it's very fun, and the name's really long though, and it's kind of pissing me off a little bit.
I wrote down long ass title because yes. I also think it's kind of an inside joke within the band. It's another like, not really arrogant, but kind of like we're gonna have long ass names that, you know, on a fucking radio station. Word.
I keep bringing up the 1975, but it's like their album titles. What is that one? I like the way you look when you're sleeping because like something. It's so like stupidly long.
It talks about this kind of narrator person. Again, kind of being someone who creates action in some way or like requests someone to do something. A spoiler alert. The reason the tables are numbered is so the narrator can kill the person that this song is about.
So how did I not catch that?
he's going to poison her.
He doesn't even fucking know what she looks like, and he can't give her the poison.
He has to send it. He has to send the poison to the right table.
I like the hat that Harry's wearing. Can I have it?
Oh,
like he's tacked to the wall so he doesn't fall.
He looks really cozy.
Please leave all overcoats, canes, and top hats with the doorman.
Yes.
Because this already sets a scene of like, okay, this is not modern day. This is not 2005. Yeah. From that moment, you'll be out of place and underdressed. I'm wrecking this evening already and loving every minute of it. This narrator is here with intention. When you're in black slacks with accentuating off-white pinstripes, oh, whoa, everything goes according to plan.
This is so show tune.
I'm the new Cancer. I've never looked better and you can't stand it. There's this kind of cockiness.
This is Diva.
He is Diva.
Oh, it is Diva. This is the one about Diva.
I'm the new Cancer. That always kind of struck me because I was like, Cancer's bad. I was thinking about it more in terms of like Cancer is something that spreads.
It's consuming.
Yeah, everywhere. Like it's this new person who's up and coming. Like I'm fucking in an elevator. This woman who's kind of like insecure about something. I don't know what their like relationship is or why.
This motherfucker upset at his high school girlfriend.
Yeah, I fucking guess. I don't know. And then he goes, oh, and the smokes in that cigarette box on the table, they just so happen to be laced with nitroglycerin.
So that's the poison.
So of course he'll be distracted when I spike the punch. So he's spiking the punch. He's lacing the cigarette. So
she's fucked.
I just love this character. I love this like cunning, arrogant. I don't know. I have this image in my head of like, kind of like a Jack Skellington. Like, okay, maybe not.
That's the.
Hey,
no, he's Tommy Shelby.
My vision.
He's Tommy Shelby, 1920s.
Yes,
he's Tommy Shelby.
He's
Sigma male. He's Sigma male Tommy Shelby.
You know what I mean.
Number 10. I constantly thank God for Esteban.
Give us the
Famous guitar player who plays like Spanish guitar, right? And at the beginning of the song, you hear like the Spanish guitar.
It's a very Spanish
which I thought was
song.
Cool. Oh, at the very end when they say, strike up the band, I was like, this sounds like a song that would be in like a DCOM, like a Disney Channel movie. Like I was like, this would be in High School Musical.
Yeah.
This would be in High School Musical, and they would say, strike up the band, and then it would be all of them like on stage with the band ready behind them, and then they would just start talking normally like nothing happened.
Yeah. Yeah, so the title, I Constantly Thank God for Esteban, comes from a commercial for the guitar. This has a very like,
research. Jesus.
Mysterious energy to it. To me, I automatically can see, okay, this is a metaphor for something. The religious imagery was a metaphor for something else. It starts with, give us this day our daily dose of faux affliction. Forgive our sins, forged at the pulpit with forked tongues selling faux sermons. It references, I think you probably know better than me, but the give us this day our daily bread. But it's talking about like fraud, of fakeness. They say or act like they're religious, but they're not.
Well, I think it's interesting,
they're not
like
doing Christian things.
I like a band that's from fucking Las Vegas, Nevada, like having religious connotations in their music. It's like you're literally from the city of sin. Yeah. Like that's interesting to me.
Brendan was raised Mormon. He had a big ass family.
What if this is a commentary on Mormonism?
Probably.
As a Mormonism hater myself, I would be interested in that. Sorry to any Mormons potentially watching this. You're not watching this.
Things are forged. Things are faux, selling faux sermons. But he's saying, because they're the narrator, I am the new wave gospel. The person is smart enough to see through it. Music being a metaphor, like somewhere in there. So new wave gospel being the music that they're making.
I feel like that could be a reference to the Beatles, and there was a whole thing of like teenagers care more about the Beatles than Jesus.
Well, and then the line, we sure are in for a show tonight. I think that speaks to the like Shakespearean, like theatrical. My favorite part is, in this little number we despite two displays of character. We got the gunslinger extraordinaire, a walking contradiction. I, for one, can see no blood for the hearts and the wrists that you allegedly slit. They're lying. They're a liar. I, for one, won't stand for this. If the scene were a parish, you'd all be condemned. Let's sing it like you mean it. Don't you get it? Don't you get it? Strike up the band.
It just feels like a commentary on the hypocrisy in like religion. And
whatnot. For sure. Maybe also a metaphor for the entertainment industry as well. Yeah, of like people just not being who they say they are, like not doing what they're preaching. I kind of put the last two at the bottom because sometimes the like theatricalness, I'm kind of like, eh.
Sometimes you just want to listen to your little emo band and you don't want to feel like you're listening to a show tune. This is gonna be so hard to edit.
Yeah, 5 hours long.
Sorry.
Avery, what's the worst song by this band?
I really hate High Hopes. It's whiny.
Yeah, that song is ass.
There's also a reason that I love the albums from 2013 to 2005 because of who was involved in making them.
Yeah, and then Brendan tried to write a song
And they were bad. And they were bad.
What if I was just British for this episode?
Hey, might as well.
This is why not.
When did they say aunt or aunt? She's evil.
How does a British person say aunt? I know where we left off, I think. Okay. We'll see.
The air conditioning, or heat, I guess.
The aircon. I'm locked in. Which do you prioritize? Which do you fixate on the most? Music or lyrics? What kind of girl are you?
I think I'm more lyrics.
Well, I can see that.
I don't want to say both. I think it's kind of obvious, like, yeah, when you listen to
everybody,
song,
there's a little bit of both.
I think I do fixate on the lyrics a little bit more because I kind of understand that a lot of songs, especially the songs that I kind of like more, they have more of a depth to them than what's like the surface level, like pop song.
Yeah,
you know
you want that lyrical depth.
Hey.
Ooh.
Lamp art.
What niche does this artist fill for you? That could be emotionally, that could be genre-wise, that could be whatever.
The niche that this band and this album fills for me is tapping into who I was at 11, 12, 13 years old.
Yes, and that's so valid.
That girl is...
Is she still a part of you?
Yeah, somewhere. Hey, that fuck-ass haircut. That
fuck-ass haircut. And she's there.
Lesbian. Be honest, say the words.
I was a butch lesbian before I knew what it was. I find myself listening to this album at least once a month. This is my first album my first vinyl album that I bought. Yeah. Even at 11, 12, 13, I was just doing shit that felt right to me at that time. And I think I still do that. And so I think that's what this album does too. This is like a seance.
I mean, Brendan, you're viewers. It's my first video on Instagram. So, for context, we've been filming this for like 5 hours at this point, and like the camera has died twice.
Yeah.
And we've had to take little breaks. So, since we last were recording, we have frolicked in the snow, the freshly fallen snow. Yep. We have drank more alcohol. We have shared YouTube videos of performances together. I've now seen the Live in Denver Panic at the Disco performance.
Karma Police? Hello, they
do a cover. I saw a cover of Karma Police. It was kind of good.
Ryan Ross.
And his voice is cute.
I don't even know if I'm in frame right now, but that's I hit my microphone.
So
Ryan Ross,
that's what's been happening. Okay.
I love you so much. I love your voice. You're beautiful.
You know what? She doesn't even like men. So what other artist do you feel like fulfill that same niche for you? What other artists would you recommend to somebody who likes this band? What other artists do you feel like have a similar influence?
Maybe this is because I just watched their cover of Karma Police. Radiohead. Specifically OK Computer.
I feel like they are not anything like Radiohead. I'm gonna be real.
I think Radiohead because of I think they were inspired, obviously. Why would you do a cover of someone if you didn't like them?
But the thing is, Radiohead inspired like every band that came after them. You know what I mean? Like every,
that is fair.
Every single band that had any element of rock in it after like post Radiohead had a little bit of Radiohead.
Well, yeah. The uniqueness kind of speaks to that a little bit. The desire to want to do something different. That's something you generally want to do as an artist.
Yeah.
This album in particular, they were like, they had a vision and they fucking did it.
Radiohead to you kind of does the similar thing of like they truly are their own artists. They do their own thing. It's different. It's unexpected. That's sort of the niche that it fills for you.
I feel like OK Computer was kind of like that too. Like this was a very different kind of sound for them. It wasn't as rock heavy. It's very OK Computer, like electronic sounding, like yeah.
Anyone else?
Paramore.
Because I was thinking that.
Paramore. Cadence, the same,
cadence.
like, ooh, because they have that punchiness. That I'm in the business, the miz, from the top.
Paramore, I love.
Which also, I'm a very big Paramore fan. I love Paramore.
Do you feel like there are any other artists that you would argue were either influences on Panic or that Panic influenced?
Fall Out Boy, obviously. I think Bowie was an influence. The kind of weird, like that stuff.
I don't want to hold it anymore. But I feel like you already shared a lot, but is there any little piece of interesting lore?
I can bring up Raiden because I feel like you understand. So Raiden is
they were shipped together.
The ship. As a One Direction fan.
As a One Direction fan. Unfortunately, I'm familiar.
They were like face to face singing a microphone, like.
Oh, they were doing the John Lennon, Paul McCartney shit.
They were. At the time, people were kind of being a little gay because it was like a little risque. They're not doing it for the attention, but kind of a little bit. And also, like, they were obviously like pretty comfortable. Like they wore makeup.
So Raiden.
Yeah.
That sounds like it could be like the name of a like Mormon kid.
I guess the lore of like the band members leaving. Later Panic at the Disco.
It's like not even
just
the same
Brendan.
band. Yeah.
The biggest reason is probably just creative differences. Is like that's what they've kind of said. There's some debate about like if certain members were really not fun to be with.
Drama.
Also, Brendan being Brendan.
I have a feeling he was a little bit of the problem.
Yeah,
just an estimate, but it's his first video on Instagram.
He's not wearing a shirt.
It's a shirtless jam. Wait, media show and tell. You're supposed to show me something, but you already showed me so many things.
Did.
But you showed me the drunk history. I feel like that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Brendan Urie drunk history
know.
of Fall Out Boy. Good tie-in to the lore.
Yeah. Dink it. And sink it.
I'm gonna take my bra off.
Chasing alcohol with alcohol is always an experience.
At least that was better, probably.
What was that?
Her bra. She fucking took her bra.
What song of Panic's would you most like to hear a Simlish version of?
This is so particular for me. I kind of want to hear one of their kind of cringe songs. Like I want to hear like Death of a Bachelor or something.
Yeah.
That's
good. Sure, picture this. Imagine. It's your future wedding. Which song of theirs is on the playlist? And when in the wedding do you want it played?
There's this song called Always.
Oh, is it
that
sweet?
Goes, it was always you. I feel like it's kind of near the dance.
First dance.
I feel like music is so important to me in my life that I'm like, I have a playlist already.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I've
single,
got songs.
bro.
I've got songs.
This is maybe a crazy pull, but there's this song called Northern Downpour, which is really sweet.
We're going for the sweet ones. Is
Yeah.
this first dance, or is this like a cocktail hour, or is this like a slower song to break up the like hype? Like where is it?
I feel like it's near the first dance. I don't know.
But it isn't the first
I don't
dance.
think it is the first dance song.
So maybe it's like a song that like you and your lady walk into like the reception to or something like that. Wait guys, look at my outfit.
Hey, don't spin. Hey.
You haven't seen them, have you?
Oh yeah, girl, yeah, I have.
You've seen Panic?
Yes! I've seen it like 3 times. The first
Original.
one was Death of a Bachelor Tour, 2016. I saw them with Weezer. Best show ever. I was like 12 probably, and I went to North Carolina and I saw them. I must have been like 14. No, I saw Panic twice and I saw Twin Pets 3 times. I loved it. When I was 12, I think that was probably my second concert.
Panic and Weezer?
Yeah.
It's kind of so awesome.
So it was Weezer.
The white person experience, truly.
100%. I saw Justin Bieber when I was 9, which is my first ever concert.
Jealous.
Yeah, he flew in. It was Believe Tour. Holy shit! Oh my god! I loved it. I had a great time. I was so excited. I even remember at that time I loved this album. Like I remember, I think they played something like Time to Dance or something. I was like,
what is your favorite show you've ever been to?
like seeing Tyler Childers a lot.
Oh yeah, that was a good show.
That was a really good show. I would say Joe, because that's the most recent one I went to, but I did throw up after because I got a really bad migraine. Low-key, a little bit embarrassing. I traveled to Ohio to see 21 Pilots on their hometown tour.
That's not embarrassing.
It was so fun. Girl, I was in deep. I painted my little brother's arm to look like Josh Dunn, who's the drummer's tattoos.
Good.
I don't know, I feel like the best is yet to come.
Final questions. The questions that make the show. When we talk about Panic, do you feel like this artist in 15, 20 years, when my nephews will be old enough to actually like listen to my music recommendations and give a shit, will they be relevant? Do you think they have that kind of longevity?
My initial thought is probably. I feel like this might be a very specific thing to me.
Do you think I Write Sins Not Tragedies will like still be playing on the fucking radio?
That's still gonna be a banger in whatever year it is. I think they have a couple that are like really strong. I don't know about that one. I feel like probably. For our playlist, give me one song by this artist that you feel like is especially relevant to you, or that you just feel like is important to memorialize. And then give me one other song that has just been important to you lately, that you've been listening to a lot, that for whatever reason resonates with you right now. I think for Panic, it has to be I Write Sins.
It has to be?
It has to be.
Just so iconic.
It's so iconic.
Yeah, deserves a spot.
Iconic. I think it does deserve a spot. I feel like it's gotta be Harvest Moon.
Neil Young?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, honestly, can I be so candid? I think that might be my first dance song.
All right, Sins Not Tragedies.
This is gonna be a crazy playlist.
It's gonna be insane, but that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I have to add a Louis song, because I literally just drove 5 hours to go to his listening party for his new album, and his new album like blew me away a little bit. Like I was so impressed by it. But I'm trying to think like which song from it. I think I have to do Jump the Gun, because I've been in such a rock mood lately. Yeah. All I want to listen to lately is like rock, like garage rock, punk rock, anything with grit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just had the time of my life listening to that for the first time. So I think Jump the Gun by Louis Tomlinson. Love that man. Listen to that fucking album. Crazy fucking playlist we're creating. I'm really a fan.
I'm excited to hear.
I'm really a fan.
You better send it to me.
Okay, thank you so much, Avery. Thank you so much for sitting down and talking to me. It took so many hours, but thank you for talking to me. This was awesome. You had so many great things to say about this band. I learned so much about Panic at the Disco, and I'm like kind of, I feel like I'm better for it. I feel like I am more cultured, and that's beautiful. This has been Why Not? Listen to more music, drink more wine, culture the youth.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Oh wait, we have to introduce the wine.
Why did I put a fucking piece of chocolate in my mouth?
Why did you do that?
Wine and chocolate go together.
Hey, you're right. Today's wine is Stella Rosa Blueberry, because I'm a Moscato bitch.
Is this Moscato?
Is this even technically a Moscato? You know, I don't know, but it's good.
Because
you got it in the Moscato section.
I know, but I always picture Moscato as a white wine.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a rule though.
I think it's probably
okay. I think there's enough for like maybe another glass.
Moscato's normally more sugary.
I mean,
okay.
I feel like this is definitely like a dessert wine, but is it? I don't know that it's a Moscato though. I gotta do my research into wines. I feel like I need to be more like knowledgeable on wine if I'm doing this show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's the flavor palette?
Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Wait, that makes me think of my favorite fucking video of all time. Blueberries. Y'all don't even get it.
Girl, what the fuck was that? No, you did show me that once.
There's this little girl, she's at the counter and she goes,
and she falls on her fucking face.
Jordan and Naya, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about.